So, welcome to today's video. We are taking a look at the metallic or pearlescent watercolor set from Artecho. We have a super sturdy fingering here in this set as well, like the set from Artecho with the normal watercolors. We also have a watercolor paper swatch card here and the plastic sheet with information about the names, the light fastness, and at least part of the pigments because only says mica on every color. Um, but there surely is not only mica in the colors. Uh, I will explain what I mean with this later in the video. Like with all glittery metallic watercolors, it is best to pre-activate them with a little bit of water. I use a pipette or sometimes I use just a wet brush and put some droplets of water on it. I personally don't recommend using a spritzer bottle because those tins are mostly made of metal, which is not stainless steel. So it will rust very, very easily. And if you're using a lot of many times working with a spritzer bottle. So even when you are using plastic box, then sometimes you have in the opening mechanism some parts of metal which also can rust. So yeah, that's why I personally, if you want some colors, doesn't matter which colors, pre-activate. It is best to use a wet brush or a pipette. So we will swatch all the colors. I have prepared a bigger amount of black on every swatch so that you can see how opaque it is, or better said, how it looks on a dark surface. I personally recommend, if you're swatching your glitter or metallic, what kind of metallic or glitter watercolors or other colors like that, always use with watercolors, use a dark and a light surface, because lots of glitter or metallic watercolors look not the same on a dark and light surface. For example, all interference colors looking super translucent, and you don't see a lot on a light surface, but are very vibrant metallic colors on a darker surface. So we have here first swatched the pearl yellow and the pearl deep yellow I am swatching now, and the next color I will be swatching is pearl orange. So in regards to the light fastness, mica itself is light fast, so that is not the problem. But the problem here is we don't have your traditional metallic watercolors. Normally, with metallic watercolors, you have coated mica. So you have the mica, which is silvery glitter, and then pigment companies which produce pigments coat it with something so that it is a red glitter or a green glitter or something like that. And this is not the kind of colors we have here. We have the natural version of mica in combination with some other pigment, which is not listed. So I can't say for sure if the pigment they combined it with is light fast. And that is also the reason why the colors here don't have the traditional metallic watercolor look, where you have red metallic surface when you're working with a red metallic color. But we have which it looks like you are using a normal red watercolor and put some silver glitter in it. So it definitely looks different. So it is a matter of taste if you like colors like that or not. You have some few other possibilities with colors like this, in which kind where you can use it differently, or where this might be more useful than your traditional metallic watercolors. So the color I've swatched just now is the pearl pink, and this now is the pearl bright red. For example, where I like to use colors like this is if I have a picture where I want to have a subtle glitter on a surface, but not using a metallic watercolor where I get a opaque metallic surface. For example, when I say I want to color some kind of fabric which uses maybe some glitter or metallic threads in the fabric, so the fabric itself is a little bit glittery in any kind, then I could use one of those colors here. For example, if I have a blue fabric, then I use one of the blues here, water it down, and go on top of the fabric completely, so that I have the blue won't overwork the blue, or don't change the already the coloring I've already done on the paper, but add some glitter on it. And that is definitely some nice effect you can do with this color, this kind of color, much better than the normal metallic watercolor, for example. So the last color on the first row was Pearl Carmine, and the color I swatched just now is Pearl Apple Green, and the next will be Pearl Magic Green. Those colors here are super, super inexpensive. They have two different sets. The 18 color set I'm showing you here today is the bigger one, which costs on Amazon $10.99. I will put links in the description box below if you are interested in buying the set. And they also offer a smaller set with only 12 colors, which is $8.99. So you get six more colors for €2 more. That's the reason why I personally say or decided that it makes no sense to buy the smaller set. So that is really, really a cheap set. So I think if you're really on a super tight budget, or want to gift someone, like your kids, for example, or your grandchildren, glittery watercolors, which doesn't cost a lot, this is definitely a very inexpensive choice. Like the normal watercolors from Artecho, I would say the quality is the same. We definitely feel some fillers in the colors here, which is definitely to be expected with with the low price they cost. So yeah, the most the filler ratio I felt the most on the blues and the greens. So that was a pearl phthalo green. So for this color, when I go with the name phthalo green, then I probably would say they used PG7 phthalo green. You see it is a very light color, so the ratio of the pigment is pretty low, and then added some of the mica powder in it to give it its glitter effect. So the color now was pearl turquoise blue, and the next will be pearl phthalo blue. So a little bit of information about mica powder. This is a powder, a glitter powder, which you will find as a base for nearly every metallic or glittery watercolor, as well as, for example, metallic acrylic colors and other types of glittery colors. It is also used in glittery eyeshadows, for example. So if you have a eyeshadow which glitters or has a metallic effect, it probably uses mica as well. Mica is made of a mineral which is named muscovite or muscovite. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly in English, so sorry about that. And this is basically just ground up to a super, super fine powder. So after the pearl phthalo blue, we have the pearl cobalt blue in the lastest color here in the second row. Of course, here as well, they say it is, they call it cobalt blue, but they definitely won't use a genuine cobalt here. Probably it is an ultramarine blue, which they combined with the mica. So this is pearl violet, and the next is pearl bronze, which I highly, I think they probably use transparent red iron oxide PR 101 for that color. So muscovite we get in its normal version, which it is hard to describe the color. It's like a pearly, dirty white, maybe some kind of yellow beige, grayish undertones. And like I said, it gives this colorless silver glitter. So this one here is pearl copper, and the next one is pearl gold. It is the only color which is completely different to the others, because we don't have a silver glitter here, we have a gold glitter here, and the color is very dull and opaque. The reason why this is, I don't have an official reason, but I highly suspect they've used a very opaque ochre color and combined it with some coated mica, which glitters in gold, because it is very, very dull and not very glittery. You will see this when I show you the dried swatches much better, because now with the wet swatch you don't see how different the color is. And the next color is actually my most favorite color, because I haven't gotten any other metallic or glitter watercolor which has this kind of color so far, at least. It is called pearl rose gold, and that would be a color which I say I wouldn't buy the set again for me personally, because I'm not so much into this kind of glitter colors. I like more the traditional classic metallic watercolors, like you know probably from Finetake or Coliro, for example. But this would be nice if you could buy it open stock, but sadly you can't. So the last color will be pearl silver. And yeah, to the muscovite, we also have muscovite in a green version, which is named fuchsite. And probably this is a name some of you already heard, because, for example, Daniel Smith has a watercolor called Fuchsite Genuine, which is glittery metallic turquoise color, which is definitely not the natural look of an fuchsite, for example, because I have a real genuine only fuchsite watercolor from a handmade brand, and it is a super, super light apple greenish color. You nearly can't see the green at all, and it glitters silver. So the turquoisey color, definitely they added also some kind of other pigments to get this color. But yeah, this is the pigment or the mineral which the mica powder comes from, which basically is the base of most of the metallic and glitter watercolors, or glitter and metallic colors in general. Like I said, you also use it in eyeshadows and other products. What I think is great is that it is a very, very inexpensive set. It is a small set. It glitters really massively. So if you really are into super strong glitter effect, this definitely is something you might be interested in. If you are not so much into super, super glittery colors, then this probably won't be a set for you. The glitter effect is definitely much, much stronger than the camera can show you. But yeah, that's that is just something I wanted you to know, because when I've bought the set, I didn't know what to expect, because in the pictures you couldn't see very well at the time, and in this the reviews I've read from others, there were different different information. So I've never found at the time. I have the set for maybe 5 years or so. At the time, I didn't find a video on YouTube on it, so that's why I thought when I do a video about the normal Art Eco colors, I will also do one of the metallic or pearlescent watercolors. I hope this was interesting and helpful for you. Maybe leave a comment if you like glittery watercolors like that or not, and if you have used some of what colors like these, or maybe if you have the set, and what do you think about it, or if you are would be interested in buying colors like this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and like always, I would be super thankful for a follow or a thumbs up, because it helps the channel and me so much. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.